Hello and welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. Thanks for joining me for this one, folks. It's going to be a really long video. I've got a lot to cover in this one, not just Mars anomalies, but also the Falklands War, as well as UFO craft that were potentially shot down in the Kalahari Desert in South Africa. And I'll show you how this all ties in. I found a new site north of Elysium Planitia. We've got some rather strange anomalies there, guys, with links possibly to Earth. The high-rise photograph we're looking at is called Terrain Sample, acquired on the 2nd of November 2020 at 31.4 centimeters per pixel. I'll be showing you images cropped from the JP2 black and white map projected file, just over 1.3 gigabytes in size. There's a look at the low-res black and white, and the anomalies I found were located in the lower elevation areas of this region. And the site we'll be checking out is right there, folks, just to the north of Elysium Planitia, where we have the InSight lander and the Curiosity rover. This site is located 14 degrees 39 minutes north, 163 degrees 4 minutes east. We'll have a look at some of the other anomalies towards the end of the video as well. The first one right there, folks, we've got another one of these strange blocks. This one's about 6 meters long. It seems to have dislodged itself and rolled down this slope. This was probably caused by some erosion or water in the past. Check out the track it left there, folks. Let's zoom in on that piece, and immediately you can see there's something unnatural about this. Look at the 3 protrusions or knobs on it, same size, and look at the equal distance between those, guys. We've got 90-degree angles, parallel edges to that piece as well. So, natural boulder or rock. Check out the surrounding boulders. This one sticks out like a sore finger, folks. And we're looking at another similar one I found. Same size block, folks, also with 3 small protrusions or knobs on it. Very, very similar to this one. And there's the so-called toppled Mayan structure. I don't know if it is a statue that toppled over or a depiction of a Mayan. Look at the nose, the eye over there, forehead, mouth, ear, and the shoulders. The headpiece over here on the forehead lines up with the nose. Rather strange. Is this a natural formation? It could be, but the resemblance to a Mayan type design is uncanny. We're looking at these, guys. I'm not sure if these are blocks that were flung into the air and impacted into the surface. Check out the splash, if you could call it that these left behind. Got a perfectly a rectangular item there, guys. Not like a typical impact crater like we see around here. Check this out. Straight edges, right angle, and then also over here, the area that's been hollowed out next to it also has a straight edge parallel with this piece. So what the heck's going on here? This is in the really out of focus part of the photograph. There's another one, folks, about the same size. Also, it has straight edges, right angle to it. And this straight edge over here is parallel with this one side. And I'll show you anomalies very similar to these that are discovered here on Earth in South Africa. There's another one, very similar, folks. Straight edges, right angle, definitely elevated off the right hand side. There's another one, guys, also straight edges, right angles to it. And it looks like these impacted the surface. I wonder if an explosion blew ruins apart and these blocks were flung across the surface and impacted this site. There's another one. Check out the straight edges and right angle there, as well as over here on the one side, parallel with the one side of that block. Check out this item, folks. Also seems to have splashed down over here. Also has straight edges, right angles to it. This one's more eroded, and this part over here on the left seems to be hollowed out as well, and it's parallel with the one side of that rectangular object. Then we're looking at these hollowed out areas, also rectangular in shape, and you can see it's got a very smooth flat surface inside, straight edges, right angles going on there. There's a similar one. This is a little bit bigger, and also the straight edges and right angles. And then this huge area that's been hollowed out. This is about 40 meters across, folks. Straight edges, right angles going on there too. And the inside is very flat, a lot smoother than the surrounding terrain. And then I thought I'd show you this too. It's very interesting. It could be an impact from a meteorite, but look at that disk lying inside here. That's got a width or depth to it. It's casting a shadow there. So this definitely looks like a disk lying inside this circular depression. And what could have caused that? We've seen so many disks on Mars. This one is huge. It's about 50 meters in diameter. And there the two are for you to compare. Very strange to find these circular depressions as well as square cleared out areas in the same vicinity. What causes that in nature? I think we're looking at something unnatural here, guys. And then this area here looks very disturbed. Check at the right angles going on inside there. I don't know what happened here, but we've got right angles, guys. Check this out. And then this smaller rectangular item in the middle is lined up parallel with these edges. Looks like quite recent activity as well. And this part in the middle is definitely elevated out of the surface. Look at the sunlight reflecting off that one side. And there they are for you to compare. Weird. All seem to be elevated on the right hand side. And there the similar items are that are discovered in South Africa. Check at the straight edges and right angles going on there as well. And then the darker edges, very similar to these. I'm not saying this is vegetation growing around these folks, but the resemblance is quite astounding. We'll have a look at this site on Google Earth as well. Okay, let's head on over to the northern mid-latitudes of Mars to that site just north of Elysium Planitia. There's a brief look at those anomalies again for summary. Let's check out some of the surrounding sites. This is about 600 kilometers from that site. So I found these huge megalithic blocks. This one's about 75 meters long, with the smooth flat sides slightly eroded and the straight edges and right angles to that piece. And I'll be doing a video on this region of Mars called Phalegra Montes. We'll be looking at anomalies close to the mountain range there. Let's just have a look at one site to pique your curiosity. Got these strange items consisting of two parts. There's a straight bevel or gap between them, and as always these small parts in the centers bridging the gaps. It's another one of those parts with three protrusions on it. So what is it with this region of Mars and this type of design? Right, let's have a look at those strange anomalies I discovered in South Africa. It's at a site near a town called Nuwerus. Zoom in on this part. You can see an outline of a perfect triangle there, guys. And look what's inside it. Got dozens and dozens of these spirals. These over here are about 150 meters in diameter. And we've got snaking patterns between them. Check that out. Parallel grooves forming the outline of that triangle. Check out these patterns as well. And there's one of those items, guys, that there's about 80 meters long. What the heck's going on here, right? Check out these lines, parallel with one another. There's another one of those that I featured in the video. Let's see, where's the other one? Sorry guys. We've got strange ruins over here too. If I can only find it. There's the town called Nuwerus. New Rest is what it translates to in English. Check out these lines, guys, and they just end abruptly. More of these parallel grooves. This is also close to the salt pan where the land speed record was broken a couple of decades ago. I think it was a British guy, can't recall his name now. But why can't I find that strange ruin that I wanted to show you guys? Highly intriguing region of South Africa. Not much going on in this area as well. Very desolate. Right. There it is, guys. Check this out. No roads leading up to it, and they just end abruptly in the middle of nowhere. Right, let's zoom out. I want to show you something else that's quite intriguing. Just to the north of that site is where an alleged Blue ET craft was shot down. And it crashed in this area here, apparently. And the story goes, during the Falklands War, Thule Island off the coast of South America was invaded by some special forces where allegedly ETs were experimenting with black goo, the black goo that we see in the movie Prometheus and in the X-Files. And the craft apparently escaped and was shot down over the Kalahari Desert. And also apparently the black goo was sent to Marconi and Plessy, and strangely enough the scientists that were working on the research, most of them passed away mysteriously. I'll show you the article in my blog. I'll include the link to the blog posts in the video description below. So let's get cracking on with this one. We all know that the Nazis during the Second World War was associated with the Thule Society, Thule Island, Thule Society, very interesting. The society was headed up by this girl called Maria Osek. And after the Second World War, many of the Nazis fled down to South America. This is Thule Island, where they were apparently working on this black goo. The craft escaped and was shot down over South Africa, allegedly. This is the research center on the island that was blown up after the invasion. And there's a depiction of the black goo. Depiction of the crashed craft. Apparently shot down by our Air Force. So who knows what's behind that, folks. Marconi Plessy is then involved in further research, and mysteriously some of the scientists involved passed away. Mystery deaths, freedom of information, Marconi and the Ministry of Defense. You'll find a link to all these articles in my blog, folks. So apparently some of the technology that was developed at Plessy then made its way through to Germany to a company called Siemens. And here's my blog post featuring the strange anomalies I discovered in South Africa. You can always click on these to get the larger image, folks, so that you can study these at your leisure. Some people have speculated these are water gathering structures that were made here by a farmer in the distant past. But I don't buy that, folks. I just don't buy it. Look at the strange lines, very similar to those that we find in Nazca. Check this. And these strange runways, they just disappear into this mountain over here on the side. What the heck's going on here? What were these used for? Got these strange rings. And as usual, I also have videos covering these subjects linked in the blog posts. That's it for this one, guys and girls. Thank you for watching. Let's have a chat in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think of these and the similarities. Are they just pure coincidence, or is there something to this? Hopefully we find out one day. I encourage you to please read all those articles that I link in my blog post. It will help you connect the dots. Don't take my word for it, folks. Please read those articles and do your own research. Maybe you come to the same conclusion I did. There's a link between an ancient civilization that lived on Mars and on Earth. What happened to them? Who knows? We inherited these strange rings and structures. Hopefully when we get to Mars, we'll be able to check these things out with boots on the ground. And hopefully they share the secrets with us and it doesn't just get shut down. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Take care. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao for now.